Welcome, and thank you for taking the time to watch this demonstration on meaningful use, how to achieve the core and menu measures. This video demonstration will cover menu measure number 4, patient reminders. Let's get started. First, let's open up the PDF for this menu measure from the MTBC website. This is the Eligible Professional Meaningful Use menu measure number 4 out of 10. Send reminders to patients per patient preference for preventative and follow-up care. And the measure here is interesting. It's for more than 20% of all patients 65 years or older, or 5 years old or younger. They should all be sent an appropriate reminder during the EHR reporting period. And any provider that does not have patients 65 years or older or 5 years or younger are excluded from this requirement. The attestation requirements for this are the numerator-denominator exclusion requirements. So the denominator will be the total number of 65-year-old patients and older and 5-year-old patients and younger. And the numerator will be the number of those patients who received a reminder, and as we mentioned, the exclusion is any provider who doesn't have patients of those demographics. And the resulting percentage of numerator versus denominator has to be more than 20% in order to meet this measure. So let's take a look at how this is achieved through the MTBC EMR. Now, most practices will either have patients who are 5 years old and younger, or 65 years old and older. So for the purposes of this demonstration, we'll just focus on patients older than 65. To generate a reminder for those patients, we'll again use the Dynamic Reports module. And that can be found under the Reports menu in an option called Dynamic Reports. Here, let's create a report of all of our patients who are aged 65 and older and are due for a certain procedure. So let's grab the fields that we need. Here we'll grab first name, last name, age, gender, and let's also grab the communication preference for our patients. So communication preference type, communication preference value, and also we'll grab a home phone number. The communication preference type and value can be found under the demographic screen. So on our patient's demographic screen, we can provide a communication preference. This patient prefers being called on her phone. Let's go back to our dynamic report. Here we have our first name, last name, age, gender, and communication preferences for our patients. But now we need to find patients with a certain condition or a certain reminder or alert that may be generated for them. One of the items that we can use to generate dynamic reports are our patient alerts. And those are the chart level alerts that appear in red inside the clinical documentation portion of the EHR. Let's see all of our patients who have a procedure level alert, which is a CPT alert. This would be any patient who's due for a certain type of procedure. Let's go ahead and click Populate. Here we can see all of our patients who are due for a mammogram. If we scroll down, we'll find all of our patients who are due for a lipid panel. And if we continue scrolling, we can see more lists of patients who are due for a PSA test and who are due for a comprehensive physical exam. This Dynamic Reports module allows you to create reports and also generate reminder information for all of the patients in the EHR.